Welcome to Love Light with Dr. Jean Marie Farish. Today, we'll show you how to use the spirit of love and self-worth to improve the connections with everyone else in your life. This program is your weekly gift, and it will keep on giving. You'll see. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jean Marie Farish.
Hello, and a hearty welcome to everyone. I hope you're all faring well. I'm Dr. Jean Marie, your Love Light host, and we're delighted for you to join us on the Voice America Empowerment Channel, shining love light into your hearts and homes to empower your life with love. We are truly grateful to our listeners around the world who tune in live and on demand. We have a fantastic show today, Present Moment Magic with Dede Lyons. Magic and miracles remind us of those feelings of childlike curiosity, wonder, and joy. What have been some of the most magical moments in your life? Were you alone or with someone? What were you doing? How did you feel? Looking back on those very special moments, and in my daily life, love is the catalyst. So be present. Look for the magic in ordinary moments, the beauty of an intricate flower, laughter that changes a bad mood, a gentle smile that uplifts the spirit, inspirational, encouraging messages in a song, signpost, or appearance of a sacred totem. Pay attention and immerse yourself in every encounter. And it is only when we are free from mental worry, regrets from the past, and fear of the future that we can have that present moment experience. Our attention is focused inward as opposed to being overwhelmed by the outside world. We experience the freshness of life with enthusiasm, clarity, insight, therefore witnessing the simple pleasures and magic in everyday life. And our amazing guest, Dede Lyons, inspires everyone she encounters to be present, whether it's sharing spontaneous, inspirational messages, using her angel cards, helping her clients tease out the many blessings, even from old stories with a renewed sense of being and in the present moment. She encourages them to be mindfully present. Founder of Feel Good Express lifestyle program, author, angel guide, and empowerment coach, whether working towards self-love, business branding, or revamping a marketing plan, attracting a soulmate, opening their spiritual connection, Dede empowers her clients to attract a joy-filled, abundant life, catapulting them to achieve their personal and professional goals. Dede has been on several Love Light shows, and one of the most recent, Noticing Your Many Miracles. So now I welcome Dede Lyons on our show today, Present Moment Magic. Welcome, Dede.
Thank you, Jean. I'm very excited and grateful to be here today with you. I just love being together and sharing all our wisdom.
Yes, we have a lovely time, and we're grateful for our listeners who are tuning in. And Dede, I think you're going to pull some cards for us today to share some empowering messages for us and our listeners.
Yes. And, I do this, whether it's a one-on-one private session or I'm doing it at a class. I actually did it yesterday when I was doing a presentation in front of the Palm Beach Rotary Club. So there's always an angel theme because I want the angels to be present in everything I do because they're just amazing helpers. So I'm going to pick from the Healing with Your Angels deck. That's one of my favorites. And let's see what I get. Surrender and Release. Ooh, I love that card.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's perfect. Surrender and release and stay in the present moment. But here, let's just read you a little bit about this card. It says, let go and allow God and the angels to help you. Everything that you release will either be replaced by something better or will be returned to you healed. So when you hold on tightly to a part of your life that's not working, it has no room to heal. Whether you're unhappy about your love life, your finances, your career, your home, your health, this card asks you to let go. If you hang on to these aspects of your life because of fears such as, what if I can't find somebody? Or what if I can't do something better? Then the situation only worsens. However, if you're willing to open your hands and heart and allow the situation to be freed, one of two situations will occur. Either it will be washed away from you and replaced by a better situation, or the situation will heal in a miraculous way. So by drawing this card, the angels ask us to try not to control the outcome of your troubling situation. Let go and let God help.
Dede, that's so empowering. And, it really shows us, a lot of people are longing for days gone by, or maybe that relationship that's overdone or whatever. And, I love this message, surrender and release. And it helps us look at life from a fresh standpoint.
Exactly. And what I love about it too, because I often, have people pull this card, and then some of my clients or friends will say, surrender and release, that's not that easy. So I just turn it into hand it over. They go like, oh, I like that so much better. Just hand it over to God, the angels, whoever. You've done everything you possibly can on this situation. Just hand it over and free yourself up.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Cool. So I have one more deck that I love to pull from, and it's the Goddess Guidance deck. So we could see what guidance we're getting from a goddess today. Let's see who we have. Perfect. I love it. Abundantia, prosperity. And the universe is pouring its abundance out to you, and all you have to be is open to receive.
Wow, that is beautiful. Universe is pouring its abundance out unto us, and we have to just
the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. So all we have to do is just be open to receive.
Those are two powerful messages here from your cards: surrender and release, and abundance and prosperity. You can't get any better than that, right?
Exactly. When I see that card, Goddess Abundantia, Abundatnia, but it's just so perfect because you're going to surrender and release, right? And all this abundance is going to start coming into your path.
Yes. And, you're going to tell us a little bit about yourself and your Feel Good Express program, your lifestyle program. And I know you really help people, release from the stories, release from the old beliefs, release from outworn patterns, release from things that no longer serve you, to let go and, move forward in the present moment where the magic really happens.
Exactly. And, sometimes people will say, so what's unique about your empowerment coaching, and what can you do for me, or what will happen? And the most important thing, the first thing I do is I help you fall in love with yourself.
Okay.
Because once you start loving yourself inside and out, your foundation, everything starts to pop. Then we uncover your gifts. Then you own your power. Then I connect you to your guardian angel, and you step right into that abundance path. I'm so glad I picked that goddess card.
Dede, that's so empowering, because I think we were having a conversation earlier about, how people yearn for that relationship, or yearn for that job, or yearn for all these things that they think will give us that happiness. But if we don't love ourselves, it's kind of all for nothing, because I think self-love and loving ourselves and feeling worthy and valuable really helps us manifest, the best relationship, or the job that we want, and those things that will bring us that joy and happiness.
Exactly. And it's interesting because I used to think, oh, well, I'm the queen of self-love. And I went to a webinar a couple of months ago Lorna Byrne. She's actually an angel mystic.
Yeah, I love her.
She's in Ireland. Okay, you know her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a weekend seminar. I did it online. And it was all about the angels helping you love yourself. And it was always about just loving yourself just a little bit more. And what came out of it was she said, why don't you all write, 3 to 5 things, or maybe it was 5 things that might be keeping yourself from loving yourself just a little bit more. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't have anything, but I did. And it was great because I still had some things, needing to be perfect, I'll start loving myself when I attain these goals, or you don't even know you're doing it. And it really helped me take a look at myself in a deeper way and know that loving yourself every day inside and out is practice, like golf or tennis or yoga.
True. I love what you're saying, because we are all, I think it was Maslow who said, we're always in a state of becoming. We just never sit at the top of the mountain and say, I've arrived. And, I know for myself, sometimes if I have, do some reflection or have those thoughts that come in, I'm like, okay, what is it that, I need to look at or uncover or root out, perhaps some, residual effects of unworthiness and, things that pop up that you need to clear out, because it can come back in different situations that you experience or relationships or whatever. It's like those things can come back, and you have to reflect and ask yourself those critical questions. What is it that I need to, as your cards indicated, surrender, release, and let go to be open for something better and new?
Exactly. Yeah. There are things that seep back in. And like you said, they're little triggers that, like, for me, like, I have something, if everybody doesn't want to play with me in my little Ayla, my little girl inside, what do you mean you don't want to play with me? So I have to know that I have a little bit of that, fear of rejection or abandonment that kind of seeps in every once in a while. And I just say, oh, there's that little annoying thing. And I look at it, I give it a hug, and I send it off.
Yeah, and what's beautiful about it is that these things pop up in the present moment. And this leads me into why is being present in our daily lives important? And talk a little bit about present moment magic. So those are 2 things there. So just share with us, why is being present important, and what is present moment magic?
Well, present moment magic is really about being 100% present. And, for me, most of the magic that comes in is through nature and nature walks. So whether you're, when you're in that present moment, and I know my grandsons used to help me with that a lot, because when puppies or kids are in that playful mode, they have those fresh eyes on and they look like, look at the butterfly. Oh my God, look at that bird. Grandma, look, so you get in that fresh eyes present moment. And when you're in it, it just stays with you and it makes you feel good. And you're not thinking about, you don't have future anxiety, you don't have past, regrets. You're in that space of, wow, it's magical.
And it's kind of difficult to be there. You have to really, you're going to talk about mindfulness techniques, but we really do have to practice and train ourselves to be present, because there's so much distraction in our daily lives. And it's easy for us to get off track. And I think before you've talked about, what inhibits this being present, and you've talked about the monkey mind that keeps us mired in the past and future. Can you highlight that so that our listeners can be more self-aware and kind of change the script?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the reasons, or there's many, that we don't stay present and engaged in that very magical moment is because of monkey mind. The other thing, you're just obsessing about something and it's going over and over and over again in your mind. But also we have like overwhelming to-do lists. We're watching, negative news too much, excessive screen time. So we're getting pulled in all these different directions. So just be kind to yourself. Know that you have a to-do list and you might want to watch the news or look on Facebook and see what's going on with your friends, but just keep it at a minimum and pull yourself back into the present moment. That's what I do. When I catch myself feeling a little out of balance and not my joyful self, I know I'm not in the present moment.
That's so important. I have that same approach because you can get mired into things that don't make you feel good. And it's like, okay, I feel that feeling in the present and I need to get myself back into balance. And I too love nature, to go outside, to feel the sunshine or the fresh air, to just, look at the trees and the butterflies and the birds to really kind of keep you present. And it's like my go-to time to just stay in the present.
Exactly. And I love it. Like recently I went to an event for breast cancer awareness, and there were artists there, but the whole big picture and the flyer was 2 pink flamingos. So I just was loving this painting that somebody made. Anyway, so as soon as I get home, there's 2 pink spoonbills. That's another very beautiful bird in Florida. And their beak is shaped like a spoon. Okay. But anyway, I was going, okay, that's a message.
Yes.
2 pink flamingos, 2 pink spoonbills. So I really get attached to those things that happen in nature and think I'm getting a message.
And we're going to talk about how to get in tune and, how to get those intuitive messages and be open to the present moment. But I think right now we're kind of up for a commercial break. So for our listeners, stay tuned for more on present moment magic with our amazing guest, Dede Lyons. She's the founder of Feel Good Express Lifestyle Program, Angel Guide author. And while we're on break, just reflect on those cards that she pulled, surrender and release. What are some things that you need to let go? Even in terms of abundance and prosperity, are you really open to receive? Sometimes we are givers and not receivers. We get tuned into people pleasing and not open to receiving things for ourselves. So, just think about that while we're on break. But right now, we will take our break and we'll return shortly. And Dede's going to share some of her amazing mindfulness tools in her Lifestyle Feel Good Express program. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Follow Voice America at facebook.com/Voice America for juicy updates from your favorite radio shows and podcasts. Announcing Dr. Jean Marie Farish's new book, Love Mastery Devotion Journal, 21-day weekly prompts and affirmations. This is the companion piece to Dr. Farish's best-selling book, Living in the Spirit of Love, Our Natural State of Being. Through the new book, we invite you to cultivate a lifestyle of love through daily devotional practices over a 21-day period, following 9 ingredients in the recipe of love. Love Mastery Devotion Journal, 21-day weekly prompts and affirmations is available on Amazon.com and Balboa Press.
Jean Marie Farish's Center for Conscious Loving, LLC, cultivates a lifestyle of love and wholehearted connections through personal growth, altruistic services, and speaking engagements. Resources include classes, workshops, life care coaching, and creative service projects with an emphasis on cultural arts. Visit the website at drjeanmariefarish-consciousloving.com. That's drjeanmariefarish-consciousloving.com. Or click the link on the Love Light show page.
Best-selling Authors International news honors best-selling authors around the globe. Dr. Jean Marie Farish is featured in the newly released issue of Published magazine. To have first access to this treasured resource, go to publishedmagazine.com. Vicki Winterton and Dr. Jean Marie Farish have compiled a dynamic book, We're All in This Together, Embrace One Another, an anthology with 24 highly diverse co-authors who share how to spread the message of love, resilience, inclusivity, and compassion. This book is an invaluable source of uplifting, inspiring, and positive insights for spreading positivity in the world. We're all in this together. Embrace one another is available on Amazon.com. Be sure to get your copy today.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You are tuned in to Love Light with Dr. Jean Marie Farish. Feel free to connect with our program through email or check out our links on Facebook. Reach Jean at Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. That's Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. And now, back to Love Light.
Well, welcome back to Love Light, living in the spirit of love. And if you're just joining us, we are with our amazing guest, Dede Lyons, founder of Feel Good Express lifestyle program, author, empowerment coach, angel guide. On our show today, Present Moment Magic. And Dede, thank you so much for, sharing with us why it's so important to be in the present moment. And one of the things that was amazing empowerment, those cards that you pull with surrender and release and abundance and prosperity. And while we're on break, I asked the listeners to kind of reflect on that and to look at how to really, incorporate that into their daily life as they look at being in the present moment and making changes. But one of the things that we talk a lot about on the show is, there are a lot of people out there who really don't know how to love themselves. They lack that self-love and worthiness, and, it can manifest in a lot of ways: overgiving, not feeling good enough, people-pleasing, trying to be perfect. And it's all kind of outside of ourselves. So do you have any special messages for our listeners who may be dealing with that? And I know you're going to share some amazing tools with us.
Yes, my main tool for self-love is mirror work. And I actually picked that up from Louise Hay, maybe like 20 years ago. But she recommends that you get in that mirror in the morning. And I do it every morning. And sometimes my husband's going, "Who are you talking to in there?" But I talk to Ayla, my inner child, I've named her, and I tell her how lovable she is. I go, "Ayla, you are so lovable. You are so fun to be with. I can't wait to spend time with you today." And I give her a little wink, a little, kiss in the mirror. And that gets me going on my self-love journey, get me into that self-love space. It's kind of uncomfortable for some people at first. I remember I had a client was like, "I can't do that. I can't even go into the mirror and start telling myself I love myself." And the more I had her do it right in the session, I always have a mirror handy. And she had a breakthrough because we all need to do that.
Yeah. And in classes that I've taught, some of the participants, they said, "Well, I love my husband, I love my children, but I never thought about myself." And when we really got into it, they saw things from a whole different standpoint. And, we talk a lot about keeping your cup filled with your own love. And sometimes you're thinking, well, the more I do for others, then I'm being loving. But, are you truly loving yourself? Because I think that if you really don't love yourself, when you give and you don't receive, you can build up resentment, or expectation that I did this for you, you should do it for me.
Exactly. So that mirror work, it will take you right into gratitude mode. But what I love about the mirror work is sometimes I'm working with people and they don't realize, like, let's say they had, I don't want to say you have the mean, I'll say it. You have the mean mommy syndrome going on, or maybe you had a mother that was strict and critical and not that lovable. So as you get into adulthood, you start doing the same thing to your inner child that your mother did. And some clients I'm with, I see they have that and they'll go, "Oh my God," it's an aha moment for them to see that they're treating themselves maybe as one of their parents treated them and not knowing they're doing it because they want to be perfect and loved. So just be cognizant of that and just keep loving yourself and keep practicing it.
Yes. And that mirror work is so important because you have to face yourself and really look at yourself. I follow the work and adopt the spectrum of love from Henry Drummond. And one of the things that stuck with me that I read about him said every time he would pass a mirror, he would look into it and see his reflection of God. And to me, that's so powerful, to see every time he passed the mirror, he will see that.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I remember years ago, someone said to me to write. It was great. This woman I was working with, Maya Malay, maybe it was 15 years ago. And she had me write 70 times for 7 days. I totally forgive myself for ever thinking I wasn't lovable. And as I was writing that every day, the tears were flowing, but it was also opening me up to feel very lovable.
I love that because sometimes we're just so closed off. Our hearts get closed and we you feel sad or you know something's off and you really are not in tune to yourself. So even journaling or writing that really kind of opens you up to yourself in a different way. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes, exactly. And I love what we were talking about the other day about hugging yourself.
Yeah.
And how important that is. Yeah. So, and we talked about how, with the pandemic and COVID and all that, people aren't touching each other or hugging like they used to as much. So, but the hugging is big. And I'm sure you have people in your life that can give you hugs, but if you don't, just keep hugging yourself.
Well, because there are a lot of people, who are alone and, maybe they've lost loved ones. So perhaps there's not anyone in their immediate presence that they can hug or show that affection to. So you have to show it to yourself. And, it's good to get out. And if you look at opportunities to volunteer and help those in need, it can really take you out of yourself. Now, Dede, one of the things that we're going to talk about as we look at present moment that's so important is how to be in touch with yourself and your angel guides. And this brings us to our intuitive hits, the 5 clairs, I think: clairvoyance, clear sight, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentient, clear feeling, claircognizant, clear knowing. So I'd like for you to touch on that because it helps us be in tune to ourselves and be in the present moment for those empowering signs and messages.
Yes, the 4 clairs. And I want everybody to know that we all have all 4. And the more we vibrate higher in love, compassion, gratitude, and joy, the more we can connect with these gifts we have. Now, usually 1 or 2 are more dominant, but it's crystal clarity is what it is at a higher level. So clairvoyance is about seeing on a higher level. Clairaudient is about hearing on a higher level. Claircognizant is about crystal clear knowing on a higher level. And the clairsentious is about feeling on a higher level. And the clairsentious is actually the most prevalent, or I shouldn't say popular, it's prevalent, because if you're empathic, which I'm sure almost all our viewers are, you're going to be sensing things on a higher level. And some people go, well, I'm too sensitive. No. It's good to have clairsentious because you're going to be able to feel what other people might not be feeling from another person or feeling about yourself. You're going to be in touch with your feelings more and sense things. And your feelings are your guide. So it's really good to have this heightened awareness or heightened feelings, but you have to protect it because you don't want to pick up some dark energy or negative energy if someone's sad or angry or anxious or whatever. So you protect it. I actually have an oil I use, white angelica, and I have an invisible protective pink bubble around me too,
yes, that's
just
popular.
to make sure I don't absorb. So that's the main one. And I have that one. But my other one that I love is claircognizance. It's crystal clear knowing. You don't know how you know it. You just know it. You don't have scientific proof. And of course, clairaudience, I get a little of that in the shower, because the angel messages come to me through water. So if I'm at the beach, bathing, showers, all of that. But these gifts we all have, and all you have to do is pay attention and see and feel and hear and sense which ones are your dominant ones. And then you can connect with the angels, deceased loved ones, the other side, through using these gifts.
And I love what you said. We all have the capacity. We just have to, be with ourselves, be in tune, connect, have that quiet time and solitude and pay attention, because I think we can develop all of them. For me, I get the dreams, I can hear, messages that come through. I can feel certain things. And, those vivid dreams really, so much empowering information. And what has worked for me also, Dede, is that when I have pending questions or whatever, I, ask for the guidance, show me the way or give me a sign. And, out of the clear blue, maybe a day or so later, I'll get a clear, crystal clear message. So we're all capable of tapping into all of those clairs. The messages, signs, songs, I've gotten messages from car tags, songs, and I get feathers, white feathers, and coins that show up in my home and on my path. So it's like, okay, this is validation. So I think so many times we can miss the signs that are there in front of us. And we think, oh, that's a coincidence, but it's a synchronicity.
Exactly. No, I love that, because I have a lot of my clients and friends being aware of a sign. So I had one client see a snail right in front of her doorway. And everybody's looking up stuff, what's the meaning? What's the symbolism? And it was slow down. And she really needed to slow down. And that was what was coming from the snail. So when you see something, a sign in your path, like I keep getting this little lizard that sits on the windowsill. And he just wants, and it's all about new beginnings, letting go. And so I go, okay, I'm ready.
Yes.
So that's big. Like taking notice. You're getting signs from nature all the time.
Yes. True. So true. And you're going to take us through your Feel Good Express, those 6 Feel Good Express daily mindfulness tools.
Exactly.
Okay.
How to stay in present moment magic. So the first one I love, and some people might not love it as much as me, called the morning papers. And you're writing every day your worries, your doubts, your fears, and then shredding them. So this exercise actually clears out negative clutter in your mind and grounds you in that focused attention. And how I came up with the morning papers was I was reading a book in the late 90s called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. She's very famous and she does workshops and she's written other books since then, but she had her clients do morning pages and she worked in the creative field. And it was, singers, dancers, directors, producers. So she would have them write front, back, front, 3 pages, front, back, front. And just free form writing. So anything that was blocking their creativity, their productivity, so they could perform at their highest level. So with mine, it's a little different where you're writing all your worries, your doubts, your fears with much motion that you can conjure up. So I'm really sad about this. I'm super anxious. I'm overwhelmed. So as you're writing this, you're getting all of that, I call them joy blockers, out of your body, out of your mind. And then you shred it, burn it, whatever you need to do. You're not going to read it back. Now you have to do this every day. It's a non-negotiable tool. And I'll get clients that will call me or text me and say, oh, I'm so stuck. I'm overwhelmed. I'm frozen. And I'll go, so when was the last time you did your morning papers? And they'll go, oh, it's been about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a practice that you do every day. So it clears you out. And I need to do it. And I've been doing it for many years because I need to have my channel open and be vibrating in love, joy, and gratitude on the top of the scale. So I can do my clairs, right? Connect to my clairs and help people love themselves.
All right. So maybe let's see. You can do another one before break, and then we can continue after break.
Okay. So we have gratitude list, which is just writing 5 things that you're grateful for. And the gratitude list is all about let's say you're grateful for your job, your husband, your relationship with your daughter, your mother, all of that. Then write 2 things that you're grateful about yourself. So maybe it's you're a great artist, or you're a good pianist, or you're great at getting people to trust you right away. Things that you love about yourself. And then the third one, if we still have a minute or 2, is give and receive love. You got to give and receive love on a daily basis. You're giving it, you're receiving it. A nice balance of it. Not over giving, not under giving. So that's really, really important.
Okay. So we have, you've shared kind of like the writing, the gratitude list, and the giving and the receiving to have a more balanced life. So we look forward to hearing those other 3 tools when we come back from break. But for our listeners, it's time now for a short commercial break. So stay tuned for more on Present Moment Magic with our amazing guest, Dede Lyons, founder of Feel Good Express Lifestyle Program, empowerment coach, author, angel guide. On our show today, Present Moment Magic. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Voice America is on your favorite smart speaker. If you have Alexa or Google Home, go ahead and give us a try.
Hey Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast on TuneIn.
Dr. Jean Marie Farish is proud to announce the release of her new book, Living in the Spirit of Love, Our Natural State of Being, available now at Balboa Press. This book will help you master your life and flourish in love. You'll learn how to become a better and more evolved you. Feel good by making life-affirming choices. Deepen your feelings and expressions of love. Tune in love and sustain the change. And flourish in love and find your joy. Visit BalboaPress.com and search for Living in the Spirit of Love and enjoy Dr. Farish's new book today.
I'm Judy Satori. I'm a spiritual channel and activator of human potential. You might have heard me speaking on the Voice of America on Dr. Jean Farish's show, Love Light, because I've been speaking about the challenges that are besetting all of us right now and how we can surrender but also keep on going. I want to invite you to join my new Facebook group that is devoted to heart-centered connection and unity. Through this Facebook group, you can also join my free access question and answer session with Spirit on the first Wednesday to Thursday of every month. Just search Essential Community on Facebook to join the group. In this session, I answer questions and transmit energy from Spirit to give you guidance and support. Because life on planet Earth ain't easy right now, and there is so much help from above, from beings of love and light, from multidimensional realities who are actually here with us, wanting to step up and support us. I welcome you to become part of our ongoing group conversation about evolutionary change and how it's affecting us as human beings and affecting our life today. Many blessings to you. You can find out more about me and my work at www.ascensionlibrary.org. Have a wonderful day.
Vicki Winterton and Dr. Jean Marie Farish have compiled a dynamic book, We're All in This Together, Embrace One Another, an anthology with 24 highly diverse co-authors who share how to spread the message of love, resilience, inclusivity, and compassion. This book is an invaluable source of uplifting, inspiring, and positive insights for spreading positivity in the world. We're All in This Together. Embrace One Another is available on Amazon.com. Be sure to get your copy today. Best-selling Authors International news honors best-selling authors around the globe. Dr. Jean Marie Farish is featured in the newly released issue of Published magazine. To have first access to this treasured resource, go to publishedmagazine.com.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You are tuned in to Love Light with Dr. Jean Marie Farish. Feel free to connect with our program through email or check out our links on Facebook. Reach Jean at Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. That's Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. And now, back to Love Light.
Well, welcome back to Love Light, Living in the Spirit of Love. And we are with our amazing guest today, Dede Lyons, founder of Feel Good Express, lifestyle program, empowerment coach, author, angel guide on our show today, Present Moment Magic. And Dede, thank you for sharing those. I think you shared 3 tools, the free flow journaling list, the gratitude list, and being grateful for yourself and, what's in your life. And then, of course, being open to giving and receiving. So can you highlight the other 3 Feel Good Express daily mindfulness tools?
Yes, absolutely. So we, like Jean said, we did the morning papers, the gratitude list, and the give and receive love on a balance. And now the 4th one is meditation. So just sit still for 15 minutes every day. And for what I do is I listen to my breath. But some people say they get monkey mind while they're doing it and they can't do it and they can't sit still. So if you have monkey mind the whole time, that's fine. Maybe the next day you'll have monkey mind half the time. Or if you want to just go take a nature walk, anything that's bringing you in the present moment and calming you down and making you feel good and grounded. So that's your meditation practice. And then the journaling, which is one of my favorite tools, and I do it very often, that gets you into the present moment because you're talking about something to your angels that you love or you need or you want some answers on. And that journaling keeps you so connected to your higher knowing and, like I said, your angels. So that's very present. And nature walks, which is one of my favorites. So just turn your focus to being aware of sights and sounds as you walk. And I have a friend, Joe Goldberg, that taught me wind walks. So I used to take walks and multitask and go, I got to catch up with this friend or this relative. And now I do bring my phone, but only for a photo. And I listen to the wind. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's in my face. Sometimes it's on my back. Sometimes it's very quiet. But the wind walks keep me in touch with all the sounds in nature. Mm-hmm. So that's the 6th one and my favorite.
Okay, wonderful. And you have a present moment magic mantra.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's believe it before you see it. It's not see it and then believe it, because that's pretty easy. This one requires a little blind faith. So it's believe it before you see it.
Is there an example of how you use this mantra and what manifested in your life?
Yes. When I want something new to come into my life, so maybe I'm doing a new class and I'm getting out there and I start believing and feeling the good feelings I'm going to feel when it happens. So I'm believing in myself and I'm believing all good is going to come from that.
I love that. And we always hear about, believing it, imagining it and feeling it in the present moment. See it in the present moment as if it has already happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, and sometimes that happens on my walks. That there's these turtle crossings on the nature walk in here, and I go, no, I'm going to see a turtle today. I know I'm going to see it, and then I see one, and then of course I get all excited, take a video of it, send it to my grandkids. And yeah, it's beautiful, that believe it before you see it.
I like what you said in those techniques, the walks, nature walks. And of course, I kind of do a trek around the lake and take pictures like you do. And, the blue heron, it's like when I look at the blue heron, the magnificent blue heron that's standing still, and I'm like paying attention to the stillness,
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, this is showing me this blue heron. And when it appears, I'm like, okay, it's showing me and teaching me stillness, right?
Yes.
Stillness, just staring out there on the lake. And, I can take the trek around and he's still standing there still. So that's powerful. Yes. And I look for those messages from the totems that appear in your life.
Mm-hmm. The blue heron, yes. The stillness, the grace.
Yes.
It's really, I could just stare for a long time at that bird. And even the giant white egret. Those are the two main birds that I see in my back pond. And it's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And our listeners may, choose to, maybe look at books or resources on totems and what they mean when you encounter, because I'm really fascinated with birds, cardinals, blue jays, and I have bird feeders to attract, the birds. And, it's just so fascinating because it does connect you to nature. So Dede, tell us a little bit about your Feel Good Express program, your sessions, and how people can connect with you.
Yes, I want to talk about for maybe like 30 seconds about this self-love. And Jean and I were just talking about this on the break. And the self-love theme is just permeating everything I'm doing right now. And it's so important. And the thing that came up for me in a class a couple of weeks ago is I asked somebody, this is self-love. Have you ever had do you have play dates? Have you ever had a play date? And they're like, yeah, with my kids, or some people say my grandkids. I think, no, a play date just for you, where you just, you go to the beach, you go shopping, you go to a spa, whatever it is, something playful that you love. And they went, no, I don't want people thinking I'm a narcissist. So this is what I want to tell everybody. You have to have those play dates where you're taking your inner child somewhere, or maybe it's a couple of girlfriends or a boyfriends or whatever it is. You've got to have that play date.
And I want to highlight, self-love is not selfish. So I think, for our listeners, we need to be aware of that. It's kind of taking care of yourself and loving yourself. And as Dede indicated, taking the time to really be with yourself and have fun with yourself and doing things that you enjoy, that soothes your soul and soothes your mind and get you in that state to be able to receive messages and be in tune to yourself.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find me on feelgoodexpress.com. You'll see my sessions and seminars and some videos about what I'm doing. So that's where you'll find me, at feelgoodexpress.com.
Okay. And you do seminars or what are there seminars or sessions, individual, and you have a free gift for listeners, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I do a mixture. I do angel empowerment sessions. I do classes. Sometimes people bring me in to speak. I actually have a class coming up through the Happiness Foundation. It's locally here in West Palm Beach, and it's fall in love with yourself and harvest romance.
Wonderful.
That's another thing. If you want to harvest romance or love in all of your relationships, again, we're back to self-love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything points back to that. Everything points back to that.
It does.
Our journey is to, find our way back home to ourselves.
Yeah. And it really started with that webinar I said I was involved in through the Omega Center for 3 days with Lorna Byrne. Mm-hmm. She got me so connected to that. And her message, and the message was get everybody on this self-love bandwagon. So that's my big passion and goal now. And what I want to offer the audience is, so if you go to the section where it says Angel Empowerment Sessions, and use code LOVELIGHT15. You'll get a 15% discount. And I'm offering this all through the month of November.
What a fantastic gift for listeners. And, one thing that you highlighted is we both talked about doing the work for ourselves. It takes daily practice, being in tune with Dede's tools, mindfulness tools, because in order to serve well and to write and do your work and sessions or whatever, we have to stay in a high vibe. And the highest vibration is that of love.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we can all get up there. I mean, we slip down a little bit here and there, but you can use these tools and work yourself right back up to joy, compassion, gratitude, and like you said, the highest one, love.
Yes. Wonderful. That is so important. Well, Dede, thank you so much for being here today with this inspiring message, being present, in the magical moment, right? To really be open to the miracles and not overlook them because they're happening every moment of the day. Just be open and in tune. Take advantage of Dede's free gift. Connect with her to go deeper and tune back in to listen to those empowering tools that Dede shared. And tune in on demand and please share our show with others to create that ripple for positive change. Thank you, Dede, so much. And thank you for your generosity.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So you can access daily inspirational messages on my Love Light Living YouTube channel to empower your life with love. Tune in next week for our show, Gratitude, a Diamond in the Rough, with Melinda Kapoor joining us from Portugal. Much gratitude to the Voice America team for making this show a reality and for shining their love light around the world. Buddha quotes, life can only take place in the present moment. And if we lose the present moment, we lose life. That's so true and so powerful. So be open to the magic in everyday life. Believe and look for the magic and the miracles unfolding right before your eyes. This is Dr. Jean Marie coming to you from Voice America. And until we meet again, remember, an empowered self is a loving self. And keep your love light shining. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Thank you for listening to Love Light this week. Be sure to join Dr. Jean Marie Farish again for another program next Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time and noon Eastern Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a wonderful week filled with love, self-worth, and better connections.